when a Lok Sabha is dissolved, some of the bills become lapse. Lapse in the sense that bill end at that time. See, during the parliamentary proceedings, no, we know that we used to pass bills to become an act. Okay. So when when a Lok Sabha is dissolved, at that time, some of the bill lapses and usually all the bill lapses, which is not passed. But there are some exceptions. That conditions we are going to learn now. Okay. One is bill pending. That is all the bills pending in the Lok Sabha lapses. Lapses means that bill end. Then what happened means in the newly constituted Lok Sabha, that bill has to be introduced further. That bill has to be reintroduced. So these are some of the conditions of the bill regarding the dissolution of Lok Sabha. That is, during the dissolution of Lok Sabha, the conditions of the bill we are going to learn now. Okay. First important criteria is if the Lok Sabha is dissolved. Okay. At that time, the bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses. Fine. Say example, if the bill is originated in the Lok Sabha, say example, see bill can be introduced in either of the houses, right? So if a bill is originated in the Lok Sabha and it is in pending, it is not passed, it is pending there itself, and the Lok Sabha get dissolved, at that time that bill lapses. Or if the bill is introduced in the Rajya Sabha and it is passed, it is sent to Lok Sabha, and that time bill is pending there, it is not passed, at that time also the bill lapses after the dissolution of the Lok Sabha. Okay. Second is, say example, the bill was passed by the Lok Sabha but pending in Rajya Sabha. This bill also lapses. I repeat, the bill is passed by the Lok Sabha, it is sent to Rajya Sabha and it was pending in the Rajya Sabha. That means that bill not passed, it was remaining pending there. That bill also lapses. Fine. Third condition says that there was a deadlock between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha and the president called for the joint sitting of a bill. That is, before the dissolution of the Lok Sabha, the President of India called for a joint sitting of the concerned bill. That will not lapse. Okay, that means the newly constituted Lok Sabha can discuss on that concerned bill, provided that bill is called for a joint sitting by the President of India. Okay. Fourth condition, bill is pending in Rajya Sabha and not passed in Lok Sabha also does not lapse. I repeat once again, a bill is pending in the Rajya Sabha but not passed by the Lok Sabha. Then also the bill will not lapse. Okay. Fifth condition, see the bill is passed by both the houses and sent for presidential assent. If a bill after passed by both the house of the parliament and is sent to presidential assent, then that bill will not lapse. Okay. Sixth condition says that, see, when a bill is received by the president has multiple options. Okay. Among that one is he or she can send the bill for the reconsideration of the parliament again. Okay. And once the president send the bill back for reconsideration, or we can say that the president returned the bill. See, only for the ordinary bills, the president has the power to return the bill. Okay. So once the president returned the bill, and if the Lok Sabha get dissolved, that bill also will not lapse. I repeat. See, this can be a little bit confusing for you, I know that, but please make sure you are thorough with this also, because here also statements can be asked, because statements was asked by the UPSC in the previous year questions. That means this is all simple. See, these are some kind of exceptions. See, in the orientation class, I told you that in polity, if you are good in exceptions, you can easily score prelims well. Or if you make a comparative learning by comparing one with the other, then also you can easily score good marks in prelims in the polity questions. So comparison and learning all these kind of exceptions will fetch you more marks in polity questions. So please learn this thoroughly, okay? So during a dissolution means the very end of Lok Sabha. Normally all the bills in the Lok Sabha become lapsed. There are some exceptions, some conditions regarding certain kind of bills during the dissolution of Lok Sabha. So these 6 conditions you must be thorough. Okay, you must be thorough with all these 6 provisions because statements are asked in the previous year UPSC questions. So I am repeating once again. See, imagine a bill is all the bills pending, that is not passed, that is pending in the Lok Sabha lapses. Lapses means that bill ends. Then if it has to be proceed further, then that bill has to be reintroduced into the newly constituted Lok Sabha. That is what we mean by lapse. The bill ends that time. Fine. So the bills pending in the Lok Sabha lapses after the dissolution of Lok Sabha. Okay. Second condition, the bill was passed by the Lok Sabha and sent to Rajya Sabha, and Rajya Sabha it was pending there. That also become lapses. Fine. Third condition says that there arises a deadlock between both the House of the Parliament regarding a bill, and the President called for a joint sitting. Okay, and if the joint sitting is called and then only the dissolution of Lok Sabha happened, that bill will not lapse. Why? Because it's already passed by both the houses, so not an issue. Sorry, it is not passed by both the houses, not passed by both the houses, but President called for a joint sitting. So the newly constituted Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha members can sit together and make a decision and can pass depending upon their wish. Okay, so that bills does not lapse. The bills called for a joint sitting does not lapse. Bill pending in the Rajya Sabha but not passed by the Lok Sabha also does not lapse. Okay. Then the bill is which is sent for presidential assent. Means after passed by both the House of the Parliament, the bill is sent to the President for his or her assent. That bill also does not lapse on the dissolution of Lok Sabha. Okay. If a President returns a bill for reconsideration of the Parliament, that bill also does not lapse on the dissolution of Lok Sabha. So these 6 conditions you must note down. Among that, to remember easily, at least you thorough with the first 2 provisions. That means in these 4 conditions the bill does not lapse. But in these 2 conditions only what will happen, the bill lapse. So be thorough with this, and when you see a statement, you can easily eliminate the statements and you can reach the answer. So in this manner also, in these tricks also, you can score marks, but make sure you learn all these 6 conditions. At least if you feel difficult, at least learn these 2. It will be helpful for you to eliminate the statements in prelims. Okay, that is a bill pending in the Lok Sabha lapses. Bill passed by the Lok Sabha but pending in the Rajya Sabha also lapses. Other bills does not lapses. Fine.